You were waiting for something right now. Maybe for Friday, maybe for summer, maybe for that one moment when life finally starts. And here's the scary part. You've been waiting your whole life, and you don't even notice it. Today, we're going to talk about the most invisible trap in human history, the one that steals years from you, silently, without violence, without force. You walked into it yourself, and you're still inside it right now. Look at your typical week. Monday morning, the alarm goes off. Your first thought is not great, a new day. Your first thought is 5 more days. Tuesday, getting through it. Wednesday, halfway there, almost. Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Friday, finally, you feel alive. Saturday, you sleep until noon, scroll your phone, do nothing because you're exhausted. Sunday, you start feeling anxious. Tomorrow is Monday again. And that's it. That's your week. Every week. For years. Now let's count honestly. Out of 7 days, you're actually living maybe 1.5. Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning, before the anxiety kicks in. That's 20% of your life. You traded 80% of your time for 20% of actual living, and you call this normal. But wait, it gets worse, because it's not just weeks. We do the exact same thing with years. January. Cold, dark, nothing is happening. Just get through it. February. Same. March. Spring is coming soon. April. Almost there. May. Finally some warmth. June. Summer is here, but work is still full. July. Vacation. 2 weeks. You finally feel human. August. Vacation is over. Back to reality. September through December, just surviving until New Year. And then it starts again. You just lived through an entire year, 365 days. How many of those days did you actually feel alive? 14, maybe 20. The rest, you were waiting. Here's a question that might keep you up tonight. If someone took 30 years of your life, would you notice? Because that's exactly what's happening. If you work from age 22 to 65, that's 43 years. 5 days a week, you're just surviving, counting hours, waiting for it to end. Do the math. That's over 30 years of your life spent in waiting mode. 30 years where you weren't living, you were just getting through it. But the waiting goes even deeper than weekends and vacations. We do it with our entire life. Someday I'll start my own business. Someday I'll learn that language. Someday I'll travel. Someday I'll tell that person I love them. Someday I'll get fit. Someday I'll do what I actually want to do. Someday. That word has killed more dreams than failure ever did. Because failure means you tried. Someday means you're still waiting. And here's the cruel trick your brain plays on you. It tells you the conditions aren't right yet. You need more money, more time, more courage, more experience, a better moment. So you wait, and you wait, and you keep preparing to live instead of actually living. Think about the last time you said, I'll start on Monday. Monday came, and you found another reason to wait. This isn't laziness. This is a trap, a psychological one. Your brain genuinely believes that tomorrow you will be a different person, more motivated, more ready, more capable. But tomorrow, you wake up as the same person with the same habits, the same fears, the same excuses. The perfect moment version of you doesn't exist. There is only the you that exists right now. Now here's where it gets interesting. This trap didn't build itself. Think about how modern life is designed. You go to school for 15 years, waiting to graduate. Then university, waiting to finish. Then entry-level job, waiting to get promoted. Then a mortgage, waiting to pay it off. Then waiting for the kids to grow up. Then waiting for retirement. Then finally, you're free. You're 65, your knees hurt, your friends are gone, and you have maybe 10, 15 good years left. That's the moment the system promised you. That's what you were waiting for your whole life. Does that feel like a good deal? The system runs on your waiting. When you're waiting for Friday, you're productive Monday through Thursday. When you're waiting for vacation, you work 50 weeks straight. When you're waiting for retirement, you work 40 years without questioning anything. Your waiting is someone else's profit. The trap isn't accidental. It's a feature, not a bug. While you're waiting, you're also watching. You open Instagram and there it is, your old classmate on a yacht. Your colleague just bought a house. Someone your age already has their own business. And suddenly the waiting feels even worse because now you're not just waiting, you're losing. You tell yourself they got lucky, they had connections, they had money. Maybe, but maybe they just stopped waiting before you did. Here's what social media doesn't show you. It doesn't show the 5 years of rejection before that business took off. It doesn't show the debt behind that house. It doesn't show the loneliness on that yacht. You're comparing your everyday life to someone else's highlight reel, and every time you do that, you feel more stuck, more behind, more convinced that you need to wait even longer before you're ready. The comparison doesn't motivate you, it paralyzes you, because now you're not just waiting for the right moment, you're waiting until you're good enough. And that moment, trust me, never comes on its own. There's a moment, and maybe you felt it, where something shifts. Maybe it was a birthday that hit different. Maybe it was a friend who got sick. Maybe it was just a random Tuesday when you looked around and thought, wait, is this it? Is this my life? That moment of panic is actually the most important moment you could have. Because it means part of you knows that you've been sleepwalking, knows that the waiting has gone on too long, knows that something has to change. Most people feel that moment and then go back to waiting. They wait for the right time to stop waiting. So, what do you actually do? The answer is uncomfortably simple. You stop treating your life as something that starts later. Not one day, not January, not when the conditions are perfect. Now. Not a big dramatic change, just one small thing. Today, not someday. Because here's what nobody tells you about waiting. Every day you wait, you get more comfortable waiting. It becomes a habit, a personality, an identity. I'm the kind of person who will do it someday, and someday never comes. The people who escape this trap don't have more time than you. They don't have more money. They don't have better conditions. They just stopped waiting for permission to start. Permission that was never coming from anyone else anyway. You are living right now, this moment. This is your life. Not the version that starts on Friday, not the version that begins after the vacation, not the version that exists someday. This version, right now, with all its imperfections. The only question is, are you in it or are you still waiting? One trap exposed, hundreds more remain. Subscribe, and next time we'll show you the next one.